And then he's him. I have Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Brock Purdy.
Well, you got what? Wait. Say that last part again.
I said he's him.
Uh-huh.
I have Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Brock Purdy.
I can't believe you've gone to the dark side.
Play the song with your heart. Play the song with your heart.
And one time. What is good, YouTube? This is your boy Aaron.
It's Brian. Salute.
And this is the Courtside View podcast, and we are back today. Before we start, make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the notification bell. I know we have a lot of new viewers, so check out the video, and if you like it, make sure to subscribe and help us out, because we definitely want to continue doing this for the immediate future, and so please help us out, and yeah, let's get to this video. Let's go to the next topic. Let's go to the QB tier list. So
We recorded one a few weeks ago, but we just decided to wait until the playoffs was over and the Super Bowl was finished so we could get a full big picture of everything.
yeah, so this is the end of the season after the Super Bowl. So I will be taking to account playoffs. I'm not going to say that the playoffs either bump or put you down on the list per se to a significant level, but I will take account playoffs to a certain degree.
I've simplified my list quite a bit.
Yeah, I changed it up a little bit.
And I have left people off that like backups. Like Joe Flacco isn't on it because I don't think he's even going to play next year.
I will say this. So for me and how I did my list, so like for instance, when I put the players that are injured or got injured during the year, what qualifies them to be on that category, if you didn't play more than half of the games.
Okay.
So if you played more than half of the games, then you qualify to be on the other categories. But if you didn't play more than half of the games, then you're gonna be on the not played enough type of deal. Matter of fact, let me get my QB list. All right. So I'm gonna start first. So my categories are: he's him, he's a dude, he alright, mid, bad but not the worst, he stinks, and not enough games. Like I said, if you didn't play half of the games, at least half of the games, then you're going to be on that list of not enough games. And so on not enough games, I put Aaron Rodgers, Anthony Richardson, Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray, and Joe Flacco. Those are all the guys that
Is this just
didn't
only
play.
for this year?
This is for this year. This is 2020.
Oh.
So the entire season, including the playoffs. Well, actually, no. So like
previous years reps don't go into this?
No. This is for just this season alone.
Okay. Then I got
And
some adjustments to make then.
And Joe Flacco only played 5 regular season games, so I'm not going to put him like on any of the other tiers because he only played 5 regular season games. That's a small sample size.
Okay.
All right, and then on he stinks is Mac Jones, Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, Derek Carr, Ryan Tannehill, Jimmy Garoppolo, Aiden O'Connell. Those are the dudes that are on he stinks. And then bad but not the worst, I'm put Deshaun, Bryce Young, Sam Howell. Bad but not the worst. And then on mid-tier, I have Trevor Lawrence, I have Justin Fields, Geno Smith, Russell Wilson. On he I have Tua, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts, Baker Mayfield. He's a dude. I have CJ Stroud. I have Jordan Love. I have Dak. I have Matthew Stafford. I have Justin Herbert. And I have Joe Burrow. And then he's him. I have Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Brock Purdy. That's my list.
Well, you got what? wait. Say that last part again.
I said he's him.
Uh-huh.
I have Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar, Brock Purdy.
I can't believe you've gone to the dark side.
Listen, man, the reason I have Brock Purdy, I went back and forth with this one. I'm not saying Brock Purdy is a top 4 QB because in my list, not QB tier list, but my QB rankings, which is different, I have Brock Purdy at QB 13. But when it comes to just this season alone, breaking it down like that, I have Brock Purdy on he's him because of the playoff run. He showed me some stuff. The overcoming, the coming back. It's not his fault they lost in the Super Bowl. And then his stats for the year, coupled with the playoff success, I think he deserves to be on he's him.
I guess.
I knew you were going to say that. All right, go right ahead. What's your list, bro?
All right, so after new information, I have to make some quick adjustments. But all right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiers in mind. It goes in order like this. The first tier is Mahomes. Literally, it's just Mahomes. I don't think no other QB should be in that category after what he did this year in the playoffs, Super Bowl, and things of that nature. I have the second tier is just the gap. It's nobody there. It's just the gap tier. Because to show that there's really levels to this. And my third tier is elite. And the elite QBs, there's only 2 of them. Okay. Because one got injured. Okay. It's Lamar and Josh Allen. Okay. That's it. All right. And then the fourth tier is what I call the franchise guys. Okay. The guys that you're comfortable with their QB and they can lead your franchise. Okay. And that tier consists of Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud, Jared Goff. Yes, Trevor Lawrence is on this tier. What? Even though I didn't want to do it. I ain't want to do it, but Trevor Lawrence is on the franchise guy tier.
Should mind.
Jalen Hurts. Brock Purdy is on the franchise guys tier. Kyler Murray, Matt Stafford.
That's too many people.
No, it's not. These are legit. These are franchise QBs.
That tier list is weird, bro. You got to change it up.
No.
All right, well, that's your tier list. All right, whatever.
And Matt Stafford, Kirk Cousins would be there, but he's hurt. So yeah, we'll get to that. The Jags. This is the Jags. Maybe a little controversial here, but I don't care. Tua, Geno, Baker, Russ, and Deshaun Watson, freak man. Now, this tier is a little interesting. I call this, you would probably say, oh, he stinks. I would say will/should get replaced by a rookie QB. And the leader of the tier is Sam Howell. Then we got Daniel Jones, Jimmy Garoppolo, Ryan Tannehill, Justin Fields. I hate it had to be him. I hate it had to be him.
Okay, man.
Kenny Pickett, Desmond Ridder, Mac Jones, Derek Carr. And then the last tier is too soon to tell or they got injured. Aaron Rodgers, Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, Joe Burrow, and Kirk Cousins. Okay. That is the tier list. I would have done a more intricate, but then it would be too close to like a ranking at that point. If I did it the way I would usually do it, it would be too close to a ranking. So I just say I'm gonna just make a generalized tier list.
I don't like the tier list.
Of course you don't, because that's Trevor Lawrence as a franchise QB.
I think that's a strange tier list. Because if we're going off of just this season, I don't know how I feel about that tier list being constructed if we're going off of just this season and what we saw this season. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Trevor Lawrence is not a franchise guy, but I feel like
he didn't play like one this year.
Yeah, he didn't play like one. In terms of like just everything we've seen this season and the play from this season, I think you need to maybe change up the way that you do your tier list a little bit. Now, we're going to keep it. That's your tier list for now. We're going to keep it. You might change things up next time when we're around, close to training camp and all the other stuff. But me personally, the way that you constructed it, when we're just talking about this season, I don't know if I'm feeling good about that, but it is what it is, man. I mean, it's accurate from the sense that if you're going off of what you put for the tier list, like when you said a rookie will replace the quarterback. Okay, yeah, that's true. That is true. But at the same time,
I mean, too fair, everyone in this tier played like garbage. That's why.
But at the same time, when I look at a Justin Fields, right, I'm not saying he's the best quarterback ever, but I don't think he stinks. I still think he's good enough where I think he played close to the same level as Trevor Lawrence this year. Now, you could say, well, part of that is because Trevor Lawrence, his receivers drop passes. Trevor Lawrence, his offensive coordinator. But I could say the same thing about Justin Fields as well. Have you seen Darnell Mooney? Have you seen Velus Jones? Have you seen that offensive line? Have you seen that offensive coordinator and what he had to, he subjected him to?
I believe Justin Fields to Darnell Mooney is one of the worst.
It is. It actually is.
One of the worst, like, graded or like QB connections or something like that.
It actually is. It actually is. Yeah. And I think Justin Fields to DJ Moore is one of the best.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I'm not saying that I would rather have Justin Fields over Trevor Lawrence, but when it comes to the QB play this season, a legitimate argument could be made that Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence had about the same productivity.
Sure.
Because I looked at Trevor Lawrence in some games, and I'm like, yo, where is the improvement? Huh? Where is it? And I've seen flashes with Justin Fields, and he's been very inconsistent, but I've seen flashes. 4 touchdown games, passing. 3 touchdown games, passing, back to back. 10 touchdowns. Was it 8 or 10 touchdowns in maybe a 3-game span or something? It was like a small sample size. It was like maybe 3 games. He had like 10 touchdowns and maybe like 2 interceptions or something. Trevor Lawrence didn't have that, and he has far better talent, and he has supposedly a good head coach in Doug Peterson, but didn't have that ceiling, have that floor. So that's where I push back on this idea that, well, you have Trevor Lawrence in the franchise category, but you have Justin Fields in this category. But the description, the way that you wrote it, it is accurate. But I'm just saying it doesn't speak to the productivity of the two QBs. It just doesn't. That's where I'm sort of pushing back on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because we're looking at okay, how did they play on the field, and that just
the way I put it as where do we stand today as the quarterbacks? Like, obviously I took into the previous year's account, but I'm talking like where do we stand like today? The season is over. Where do these QBs stand at right in this current moment?
All right. I mean, okay. I mean, again, that's the way that you labeled it is
if
accurate.
We still did this while the season was still in play, even like a day before the Super Bowl, it would be different.
Right. Okay. It's accurate. I mean, it's an accurate. The way that you label it is accurate. I'm just saying, like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, you could argue had the same sort of
Let's look it up. Actually,
productivity.
I think they played about the same amount of games.
Yeah,
I think Trevor Lawrence got hurt.
Yeah. I'm just saying the games that I've seen from Trevor Lawrence and the games I've seen from Justin Fields. Justin Fields has had higher peaks this year than Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence was kind of stinky.
See what I mean?
4,000 yards, 21 touchdowns, 14 picks, 88 passer rating. And Justin Fields,
he don't have no 4,000 yards. I know that for sure.
I think he maybe had
3,000.
3,000. Justin Fields, on the other hand, he only had 2,500 yards, 16 touchdowns, 9 interceptions.
What was the pass?
86.
What was the rushing yards?
Oh, rushing yards?
Yeah, because he's a dual threat.
Yeah, he is. His rushing yards was where is it? He had ESPN is terrible. Oh, there you go. He had 657 rushing yards.
Okay. How many did he have? Any rushing touchdowns?
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns. Okay.
So we had 20 total touchdowns
Okay.
to 19 picks.
How many games did he miss? Like 3 or 4?
He
Because
played.
remember, he missed like
He
a
played
few
13 games.
Played 13 games.
So he missed what, 6?
Something like that.
No, not 6. That's 19.
No.
He missed 4 games.
4 games, and Trevor Lawrence missed like 2.
Yeah, something like that.
2. Okay, well. Yeah. Anywho, but
he did take 44 sacks, which is crazy.
yeah, some of that was on him. I will say that, but Justin Fields did have higher peaks. I do believe. I don't think Trevor Lawrence had a 3 touchdown game. If he did, he probably had like 1. I think Justin Fields maybe had like 2.
I know that one game in the snow, he had like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's just the thing with Justin Fields. It's like he's very up and down. He's very inconsistent. He has like flashes of greatness that if you're like a head coach and you understand offense, you're like, maybe if I put him in my system, we can elevate him. And then he has like moments where you're like, ooh, what's going on? Why isn't he converting as he was a few weeks ago? So that's really the thing with Justin Fields. But then you can go to the point where he doesn't have a whole lot of pieces. Like Chase Claypool was there at one point. Darnell Mooney's not that good. The tight ends are pretty mediocre. Cole Kmet, I mean, he's okay, but like he can't outrun nobody for real.
Yeah.
So, and then you look at Trevor Lawrence. He has Evan Ingram. He has Calvin Ridley. He has Christian Kirk. Like, I mean, so
And then he had ETN.
ETN as well, and he still struggled in certain aspects of the game. All right, well, anywho, that's the QB tier list, and yeah, just want to remind you all that this is not my QB rankings. That's different. QB tier list and QB rankings is completely different. So I just want to keep that in mind. I don't think Brock Purdy is a top 4 QB. So don't go on there talking about I'm a hypocrite and everything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm going off of the season, stats, and then the playoff run. And yeah. Okay. So,